Most people are focused on the wrong thing. They're focused on how many sets, how many reps, what particular exercise is going to give me results. These are actually not the things you should be focusing on the most. This one thing most people ignore, but this actually gives you the greatest benefit. That one thing is stability. Stability. It's not expensive. It's not elaborate. It's not an Instagram out there type of exercise you need to get results.
And reach your full potential in just under 10 days.
It's something everyone can do and most people ignore. So why is stability important? Stability is important because it puts your body in the best position to make it so that you can focus on the muscle that you're trying to develop. You see, when you only focus on an exercise, the only thing you're thinking is, I need to just complete the exercise. And when you're done, you feel accomplished because I did it. But if you're not actually using the muscle that the exercise is intended for, you actually did nothing. Okay, maybe you burnt a little bit of calories, but you really didn't do what you wanted to do to get those results quicker and faster. Now you may say to yourself, I feel pretty stable in my workouts, but there's some things that you may be neglecting that are holding you back from that stability. So in order to get stability, there's a couple of things that's really going to help you out when it comes to getting those results you've always wanted. And the first thing we're going to talk about is going to cost you nothing. You don't need to buy anything. You don't need extra equipment. It starts with you with this. You need to start working out your abdominals. Now, the reason why most people work out their abdominals is because they want a nice six-pack. But I'm here to tell you is that even if you're not a person who's looking for the six-pack, if you're saying, I'm just focusing on the show muscles, my chest, my guns, and all that there, you want to work out your abs still because this is going to be the thing that's going to give you stability. Most exercises are going to use your abs in order to keep yourself stable. For instance, any type of bicep curl that you're doing, it's actually your abdominals would prevent your body from coming forward. You're using your abdominals to keep yourself stable. And if those are weak, you're actually gonna have leaks in your foundation that's gonna keep you stable. This is why you find many people at a gym, when they're doing bicep curls, they're swinging it using that momentum. Instead, you wanna think not just the exercise, I'm doing the bicep curls, you wanna think that, am I doing it in a stable position where I'm only focusing on the biceps? That's the mentality you need to have with every exercise. What muscle am I trying to develop, and how do I isolate that to make it so that I can develop that particular muscle? So when it comes to ab workouts, I have many videos on the channel to show you, so you can go ahead and check those out and get your abs developed. You wanna make sure that they are developed in a way that you can actually contract and feel the muscles so you can use that for stability in your exercises. Now the next thing which is gonna be a game changer for you, most people are doing this. I see it all the time. I see it at the gym. I see it in videos on Instagram. I see it in videos on TikTok. I see it all the time when people work out. It's actually what's on their feet. That's going to be the shoes that you wear. Most people, when they're doing resistance training, they're using the wrong shoes. Let me see if this is you. Hold on one second. Let me show you something. This right here, it's a very popular shoe. It's the Adidas Ultra Boost. It's comfortable. It's great. This is actually a good workout shoe, but for running, not for resistance training, because let's talk about the design of this shoe. If you take a look at this shoe, it's thick at the back and it's thin at the bottom. A running shoe is designed for that pounding for when you're running, and then it's going to give you that momentum going forward. It puts your body in a stable position so you can have an effortless experience of going forward as you run. So it's great for that tool, but it's terrible for when you're doing any type of resistance training. So let's use an example of those bicep curls, okay? Now we've got our abs keeping us stable. We're making sure that we are stable throughout the exercise, but the problem is your feet are now on an incline. So every time you curl up, you're fighting against your toes in order to keep yourself more stable. You may not notice it because this is something you've been doing a lot, but you're actually holding back the great muscle development you could have by not fighting against your body on that incline. So in order for us to fix this problem, we need to go with shoes that are more flat, that gives us more surface area. So that way, the only thing we're thinking about, the only thing we're contracting is those biceps in that exercise. But this also works with all other exercises, whether it be squats, lunges, anything like that. You're really gonna need that stability. So here's an example of a shoe that's completely flat. This is a Nike Metcon, and this is designed for weight training. This is a tool that's directly great for working out with resistance. But what it's not is a great running shoe, okay? Because this is a very flat shoe. Now, another attribute of making sure that you have the right shoes is that, I'm gonna be honest with you, the shoe is not that comfortable. The reason is we don't want a lot of cushioning. Now, when it comes to that running shoe, man, these things feel real good. Because when you're running for miles and your feet keep pounding, you want something that's gonna keep that pain from happening in your foot. But when we're doing resistance training, we're not really moving our feet a lot. We're moving our arms, we're moving our legs, we're moving our hips, things like that. So we really don't need a lot of cushioning. And also it keeps us stable. If you're doing squats with a running shoe, something like that Adidas Ultra Boost, something with a Nike big air bubble, some LeBron, some basketball shoes, well, the thing is, you're not really focusing on those quads and those hamstrings like you normally do when it comes to lifting. You're actually battling, trying to keep yourself stable as you're going up. You could probably do more resistance. You could probably get better results. But what's holding you back is that you don't have the right tool for the exercise. So this right here is something you really need to think about. Now, I'll leave a link for the Adidas Metcon. By the way, none of this is sponsored or anything like that. I'm just trying to make sure that you understand the right tools that you have. Now, this shoe may be a little bit more on the expensive side, but you don't need these shoes. I like these because it does give me a slight bit of comfort than some other brands, but you can use something like a Converse Chuck Taylor. Hey, it's good enough for Rocky, it's gotta be good enough for you. So Converse Chuck Taylors are another thing where it's very flat, there's no cushioning, it's great for any type of resistance training when it comes to squats or anything like that. There's also one that my wife really loves. So this shoe right here is something that my wife really loves that she uses. And what's the brand on this one?
The official name should be inside. The Vivo.
Yeah, it's worn off, that's why. Vivo Barefoot,
Yeah,
right here.
Barefoot.
So this is the Vivo Barefoot, okay? The Vivo Barefoot, my wife swears by it. I was actually looking for some Chuck Taylors, and she said that, you need to show them this shoe right here. This is the one that I like to use all the time. I said, hey, let's show the people what you actually use. So this one here is also available. I'll leave a link in the description below, but this is great when it comes to resistance training. It's gonna be a little bit cheaper than those Metcons there.
Tell them it's the Vivo Barefoot Primus. That particular model is the Primus.
It'll be in the link.
Okay.
It's the Vivo Primus, what my wife wants to tell you. So she swears by the Primus one. I think the other ones will be good, but she's all about the Primus. Now, if you like the design of the Metcon for you ladies out there, this is the Metcon version for women that my wife uses. I'll make sure I leave a link out there for you. So if you're looking for something, you're trying to look more stylish or anything like that for the ladies, go ahead and check this one out too. Now, if you're a person who's extremely serious about your workouts, you want to make sure that you get the best results possible. If you're a person at home that likes to work out and you want to use something that's really going to enhance your stability, I highly, highly recommend the Clench Fitness Footplate. Now, the thing about the Footplate is that it gives you a lot of versatility in your stability. I didn't expect that to rhyme, so yeah, I got a little bit of bars there. When I say versatility in the stability is that we've got the shoes, we're making sure our abs are stable and stuff like that, but a lot of these resistance band workouts, you have a door anchor attached, and there's gonna be things like squats, where let's say you're putting the bands behind your shoulders and you're trying to do that. Well, a lot of times to get that tension, you have to lean forward and you really gotta focus on making sure your body's in the right position to do it properly. I have a lot of videos about that. But the thing is, with the foot plate, you can actually give your body more upright. And it takes all that trying to make sure I'm in the right position, being awkward and unstable out of the equation. You put the bands on your shoulders, you put them around your shoulders there, and there you can perform your squat. And because it has a lot of good weight on it, that thing doesn't even move. And it's not attached to a door. So you can move it anywhere and get that stability. In addition, things even like bicep curls, anything like that, you don't have to worry about doors creaking or anything like that. And you can make it so that you can get your arm in the right position on your side to only focus on the bicep. Don't have to worry about any swinging of the arm. So the Clench Fitness foot plate has been something I've really enjoyed since I've got it in my household. Now, if you want to find out more things about this Clench Fitness foot plate, I actually have a review. You can go ahead and click this video right now where you can see why I really love this for stability. And if you're looking to do that ab workout that I was talking about, go ahead and check out this video next.